welcome to Dave the Soap Betting. Well, it's been a quiet week. I've not put anything out since Monday. The horse that went to the rail at Wolverhampton, dear. They do it on purpose. That's Dixon for you. He's in the same boat on the all-weather as Tim Easterby and Jim Goldie on the turf. I've got two horses for Saturday the 19th. Here's the first one. This is the race I'm looking at, the 242 at Catterick, over a mile and a half, 10 runners, and the ground is soft. Let's take a look at what I think is a very short price favourite at 11 to 10, Small Fry. Now, it is an improving 3-year-old, but if you look at its form, it started winning off 59. Came second off 65, won off 65, won off 70, came second off 75, and he's now running off 79. Now the opposition, it's not been great. Won easy at Chester, beat Taylorman. I fancied Taylorman that day. But it's not, the opposition's not great, but it did win comfortably. Now it got found out at Salisbury over a mile 6 on heavy. But it just didn't quite get it. Just held. Headed towards finish, just held. But that's Salisbury, mile 6 heavy, very stiff track. Catterick's a different kettle of fish. It must have got a squeak, but I can't have it at that price. It should get home. It's won at Epsom over a mile 4. And going over further, it should stay. Catterick's an easy track. But it is up in grade. Well, it's the same grade it got beaten last time. It is an improver. Then we've got 3 Dons. Now, this is a 5-year-old, but this year it's improved. But again, it started winning off a very low mark at Leicester. Good to soft of 48. Got in a hat-trick up before getting beat at Brighton on good to firm. But then when the ground softened up, got another couple of wins and then a close second at Adok on soft, but it's now running off 76. Again, class 4, it got found out. It was winning class 6 races. Got found out in class 4. Now here's the one I like. Knightswood. Now it's not won this year, but if you look at its form, it came close at Ripon on soft ground over a mile and a half. Off 86, now running off 85. That was in a class 2. Let's have a look at the opposition. The winner was rated 93. The third was rated 97. Class 2. And if you look at its runs, it's in and out, very much in and out. They dropped it to a class 4 at Doncaster on good to soft. Got beat by Lexington Knight. Not clear run repeatedly. Ran on well. I think it went in the notebook after this. Did well in the circumstances. And then they started putting it over a mile 6 class 2. Mile 6 at Goodwood class 2. Only got beaten a length and a half. Got beat by Fairbanks, was second rated 100. The winner was 99. The third was 88. The fourth was 92. Eye catcher that day. Denied a clear run in the concluding stages. Now we've got to put behind us a couple of disappointing runs, arguably. Especially this last at Newbury where he stopped abruptly. Stopped quickly, weakened, he's 2 furlong out. But that was on very heavy ground, gaining a better race. But I think that's too far for it. The one that's got a squeak, and it won this race a couple of years ago, is Furzig, which likes soft ground. He's a course and distance winner a couple of times. I think it won this race, was it racing off 72? Won this race a couple of years ago. on soft ground off 80. So it's capable, even though it's 2 years older, but that was probably an easier race than what we've got today. Well, I think it's now or never for Knightswood. It's up against horses that are basically improving, but maybe they've reached a level where they peak and they start getting beat. Knightswood is raced against better class. This is a drop-in class. On ground, it's ran very well at Ripon, first run of the season, against better class. So Knightswood, it's 6-1 with 365. I'm playing each way, but I think it's now or never. They've got to get a win out of it before the end of the season, surely. It's a decent horse, really. Okay, here's my second selection. I've already backed something in the race to small stakes, to half a unit, quarter a unit each way. But here's the race I'm looking at. It's the main race of the day. The big race at Ascot QEII Stakes over a straight mile on soft ground. Now Ascot, I've looked at the weather forecast and it's going to be raining from 7 p.m. Friday night until midnight, and then they're going to have some heavy rain round about 6-7 o'clock for 2 hours in the morning. So this soft could go very, very soft indeed. Now the form horse is the favourite, Catterick, on this second. Beating Henry Longfellow, who's a 3-year-old and very hard to catch right. This got a lead on them and nicked it, arguably. Beating Notable Speech of Charlie Appleby's another 3-year-old in 5th. And it's beat Metropolitan at Deauville on good ground. There you go. You beat it easily. Now Tamfana is a filly, and over a mile at group level, fillies rarely beat colts or geldings. It does happen, but it's quite rare. So I'm just going to, especially 100 to 30, that's gone. Now Factor Cheval. Arguably, it's a Group 3 listed horse. If it wasn't for this Group 1 at Maidan that it won. Now, finished behind Notable Speech on arguably, well, it was very fast ground that day. It had no extra. But the overall profile of the horse, you've got to be going on this. And it was a Group 3. And it does like cut, no doubt about it. But these are not group performances, these. On this ground, Group 3. I'd be surprised if it won. We've got Henry Longfellow now. I've actually backed this at 12-1 the other day, small stake each way, on the fact that it's open to a lot of improvement. It's only had 7 races. And if you look at Longchamp, that was only its second race in three months. But it seemed to go out. It just didn't seem to get the mile. And if you look at its wins, they've all been over 7. Just failing there in a Group 1 behind Rosallion on good to firm. That's wins on being on good to yielding, and soft at the Curragh. That was in a maiden. It's very hard to catch right, it really is. This is its best piece of form. Headed towards finish. Now, it is a 3-year-old. It's very, very lightly raced for such a quality horse. And like I said, I have played it at 12-1 to small stakes each way. Now, we've seen Metropolitan. It's got a bit to find on Catterick. But I'm going to go half stake A lot of people might laugh at this. I'm going for this one. Dancing Gemini on one piece of form. And it got beat by Metropolitan on soft ground at Longchamp. So it's got half a length to make up, plus it's probably got a couple of lengths to make up on Charing. Ran on strongly inside final furlong, not quite paced to reach the leader. And I'm going on that form. I was in a Group 1 for Colts on soft ground. Now, if you look at its form after that, they put it over a mile 4 and a mile 2. I was behind City of Troy, but it was well beaten. Just didn't get home. It might too far for it. Then they put in a Group 3 at Goodwood. The ground was rock hard that day. I mean, the time of the race, it's fast by almost a second. 2nd of August, I mean, it was baking hot. Dancing Gemini, 40-1 with 365. Can we go any bigger? Now that's as big as it gets. So, Dancing Gemini is overpriced at 40-1. It might spring a surprise, might finish down the pan. You can get the extra place, get the extra place. I'm only playing to half a unit, so a quarter a unit each way. But at 40-1, you're going to get 8-1 a place. And it could surprise. It's not. There are a few disappointing horses in this race. There's some that have shown better form on better ground. This ground could be heavy. It could be heavy. Charing is the form horse on the run. Longchamp. I was going to try and show you the replay, but I can't get hold of the replay of that, probably because it's in France. Henry Longfellow, I have played on that already at 12s yesterday. Was it yesterday or Wednesday? At 12-1. I thought it might improve again. It's very hard to catch right though. And I'd be quite happy to lay Charing, even though it is the form horse. The second favourite, fillies don't tend to beat at this level Colts and Geldings over a mile at group class. You do get the odd one or two, but they're few and far between, and it's too short at 100-30 to even consider. Okay, this is Dave the Suit, looking forward to a super Saturday. Bye for now.